Star Trek does Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow in Strange New Worlds 404, a case of Chiaroscuro. I can't say this word. We'll give our thoughts right after these words from our mystery armband-wearing loyalists.
Welcome to Star Trek Universe, the podcast where you can listen on two lifelong friends sit and chat about Star Trek like we always do. My name's Matthew Carroll.
I'm David C. Robertson.
David C. Robertson, you old so-and-so.
Yes, old so-and-so. Old Scratch, they call me.
Oh, yeah?
Satan.
Oh, my gosh. This is not something I should say on the podcast, but I'm gonna.
Okay.
My wife... I gotta read it. My wife talks in her sleep, and most it's always something utterly ridiculous.
Do you hear the secrets that she keeps?
I do. Actually, no, not at all. But like she says crazy stuff all the time. But the best one she ever did, and this is in my note that I have on my phone called Paige's Sleepy Quotes.
Uh-huh.
A little context. I like to talk back to her.
Uh-huh.
She said, mumble, mumble, mumble. And I said, that's a good point. Because she talks back. She does this like back and forth. And she talks back. And she said, all my points are good. I'm Beelzebub. And I said, are you awake right now? And she said, I thought I was until I said Beelzebub.
That's pretty good.
Oh, it was good. Okay, well, so let's talk about Strange New Worlds. Let's do this. Sky Captain in the world of Sky Captain in the Strange New Worlds of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that movie was building off of a bunch of like German expressionism and the World's Fair shit in the 30s and 40s, and I mean it's all like just pulling from all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
it's just
not just Sky Captain of the World.
Black and white. And I liked it. I thought I gotta say, I pulled up the episode and I was really in this mode of like, this one better be good because I'm really annoyed at 3 weeks in a row of episodes I was not a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
For cause, I felt like the last 3 weeks I've just been like, man, did not do what I needed it to do at all.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the thumbnail. And I immediately was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already annoyed at this week's episode. It's another gimmick episode. And it was, but it also stayed in the universe. It was like it was a kitschy thing they did with the black and white, and clearly like made Art Deco choices to give it that like you said, Sky Captain type thing. But like it stayed in the universe and told a story, and it's my favorite episode of the season so far.
Yeah, sadly that's true for me as well. Like I did. Like it's terribly TOS to go to a world that's like, oh well, this is like a 1940s noir world,
Yeah, this
is Casablanca, and I did like that. The people on that world, like they weren't just wearing 1940s clothes. Like there was a difference. Like it was stylistically very similar. I did laugh when they showed like what it looked like before the Klingons occupied it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it went from Metropolis to Gotham City.
Yeah,
Jesus
for
Christ.
sure.
I laughed. I
blimps
was like,
and all.
Yeah, the blimps, the fucking dirigibles, man. I was like, even the fucking dirigibles have ridges. They have, and I was like, why would you make this core?
Yeah,
like, this is fucking core from the original series, Errand of Mercy from
and DS9, right? Yeah. So I thought that was, I mean, they're just trying to draw an extra canon in here and like say, hey, it's a core episode, but I didn't really get anything from his character to be like, oh, that's core. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he acted nothing like core.
Yeah, especially like now that we know core better from the DS9 days, and like know him as like the honorable warrior guy that fights alongside Worf and everything or whatever. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like Kor and Koloth and somebody.
Kor, Koloth, and Kang, the 3 original series Klingons, but they were friends with Jadzia.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's
Curzon.
Right. Curzon, and then later Jadzia. Yeah, so it was weird to say, hey, DS9 really rehabbed that character. Let's make him a Nazi.
Yeah.
Like, what?
But then, like, try to, like, go out of their way to be like, the Klingons have honor. Those original, no, they didn't. Not really. Not back then.
And in this, I mean, they had their own version of honor. And here, like, you know, these have this version of honor, but it's still, like, completely repressive of other cultures, and, like, that's not honorable from our perspective, you know?
Right.
So her saying that was a little weird.
But, you know, part of the joy of the character of Kor is that, you know, in DS9, he did totally just, like, he was a big personality, very, like, you know, flamboyant, and, we will go and we will have these grand remembrances of adventures long past. And, you know, it's just, like, oh my God, this guy was so subdued. And they didn't even give him his, like, signature Kor beard. I know that's a silly thing, but the man had the same beard from TOS to DS9. For God's sake. What? There's, like, it just aggravates me, like, there's no reason to have made him Kor at all, except a name jacket.
It would have been nice if,
Also, this was a little like Errand of Mercy, but there's no real reason.
If Una, like, you could tell that Kor kind of had a thing for Una, or for Navette, really. And when he's like, he licks his lips after she gets up or whatever, and it'd be really funny if, like, before she left, she'd like, you know, you should try a goatee or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that I sort of expect from this show at this point, but didn't go that far this time.
Yeah. I did, by the way, also, they gave him ridges, which he didn't have ridges in the original series.
Yeah.
He did in DS9, but Enterprise explained Klingons not having ridges, so they shouldn't be scared of shying away from it here.
Right. Well, it just means that, like, if you give that to if you say this is all happening, then those experiments had happened to him, like, very soon. Which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been. I mean, that was the whole point of that Enterprise episode. There was a mutation that they were working on reversing.
Right.
That some Klingons had.
Right.
An airborne mutation.
An airborne mutation.
Yeah, it was like an airborne virus that mutated the Klingons.
Right. And it was to save them, but then it ended up giving, like, they got them mixed in with human DNA and made them more human looking, if I remember correctly.
I don't think it was to save them. I think it was supposed to be like they were using augment DNA to become stronger.
Oh, I thought it was augment DNA to like fix a virus or fix something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I might be misremembering, but I thought that's why it was, like, so incredibly dishonorable for them to talk about, like, because yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. It's, you know, it is weird that they gave him ridges here. Like, why? Why did you do that? It would have been nice, because they say in that Enterprise episode only some Klingons had that. So it would have actually been really nice if Kor didn't have ridges, but the other Klingons did. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been like, hey, mixed, you know, a mixed ridge, non-ridge community, because that's what it would be at this time period. But no, they didn't do that.
Terribly lower decks thing for them to have done was, like, to have Kor get into a tussle and his ridges fall off. And it's like a toupee. And he's like,
yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good. I'm a member of the Imperial family. I have to keep up airs.
Yeah, I could deal with it.
It's good. It's good.
All right, so I liked the radiation causing the black and white. I thought that was fun.
I did too. Like, immediately when I saw the thumbnail, and I was like, oh, this is another freaking kitschy episode. But then I was like, oh no, it's just a black and white episode, and I'm cool with that. Like, it really wasn't. I mean, yes, it was like you said, Sky Captain World Tomorrow is perfect call, but, like, it was. They gave it a reason inside the Star Trek universe. And the acting, the lighting and the camera work was specific to that style as well, like the noir style, but the, like, decisions and the acting what the characters did in the episode fit their characters, and it was a Star Trek episode just through the lens of this cool noir thing. I liked it.
Yeah, and they got to basically fit those three characters in very well with the sort of the archetypes of noir movies, you know?
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
She like Una was this like, you know,
femme fatale.
Yeah, femme fatale, sort of like
double agent,
taciturn, you know, person. And by the way, like the doppelganger thing is stupid here. It is fucking stupid. But it is totally a noir trope. It's totally a thing from those types of movies.
Sure.
But you had M'Benga. He's like the guy, the mysterious guy, the ally with a dark past, you know. And then Uhura is the young assistant who doesn't know this world. And I don't know that I buy her beating the mind scanner or whatever like she did.
Did she beat it? I thought she basically got it said she was lying every time she was lying, I think.
Well, they let her go.
Oh, well, they let her go because that freaking pass came in. Because she told some lies. She told truths. Right. She cleverly told truths that would get her out of trouble. Like, I was raised in a village, like, which is probably true. Mm-hmm. And then, like, she said something about... then she started... She did have a few moments where she lied, but it was, like, nothing so suspicious. Like, she answered the questions well, and then they showed up with her little... ID badge or whatever, like your ID badge checks out.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I watched this like this morning. I was half asleep.
I get it.
I'm also not terribly bright, and I never claimed to be, so fuck off.
Yeah, on all these recent episode reviews I've just been watching, I've been making myself wait. Like, even if a lot of times I'll wake up, I used to wake up and be like, I want to watch it. Or I want to watch whatever the show is. It's Star Trek or House of the Dragon or like whatever I'm watching at the time. And I'll be like, I want to watch it real bad. And so I'll watch it and be like, but I'll watch it again before time for the podcast. And then I never do. I never find time because I'm like, I've already watched it. Why would I do that? So finally I'm just like, no, I'm not going to watch it in the morning when I wake up. I'm going to wait till like an hour before the cast and put it on.
Mm-hmm. By the way, what did you think of... M'Benga saying in a universe as vast as ours, the real mystery is that we don't stumble onto our doppelgangers more often?
It's dumb. It was dumb.
I agree.
I mean, it'd be one thing if we had yes, I think it is possible that like there are lots of doppelgangers out there, and there are in the world today. Like I see people all the time that look like friends or look like
not passing. Like you get closer, you get like 2 steps closer, and you're like, oh, that's not Matt. That's
right, exactly.
Some other dude.
Not this passing. And so it was really. I mean, it's that thing of like you give me one conceit that's a little like if there'd been more things like that in this episode, I probably would have been like, okay, you lost me. But like that, I gave them that one conceit to just be like, okay, friggin' doppelgangers. All right, fine. There's one doppelganger. For a second, I thought we were going to find out like that this mission was going to involve time travel or something, you know, like boss. And then we're going to find out she like loops back on herself or something like that. But no, it was just a doppelganger.
You know what would have been great is if when she finds her doppelganger's dead body in the cryo chamber, if she would have just, even though it was exactly her, if she just looked at her and said, that doesn't look anything like me. And like, M'Benga's like, yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I saw someone did some rough math and very rough math and figured that a Starfleet officer with a 20 to 30 year career had a 1 to 5% chance of meeting someone who had a passing resemblance to them.
That I don't know about that. I mean, like I said, I think you see people with passing resemblances all the time, even just in our world today. And if you're a Starfleet officer, you're going from world to world. Any job where you're traveling, meeting new people all the time, you have more of a likelihood of bumping into someone who looks a good bit like you. I don't know.
I want an inter-universe explanation for why there are so many fucking Jeffrey Combs in the Star Trek universe.
That would be good. It'd be good. Like what are they called? The people who seeded the universe. I'm spacing.
Oh, the
progenitors. No,
progenitors. Yeah,
is it
it's
the progenitors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The progenitors like one of them was a Jeffrey Combs lookalike. They should just make Jeffrey Combs a progenitor in an episode just to like give that reason.
Yeah.
All they gotta do is make him one. They don't have to like, explain it. This is why you will see more of me throughout the galaxy.
Basically create Jeffrey Combs as God, like have the first call him just the first. That'd be fucking fine.
Yeah.
Or, it's just Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, love it.
So it's not just that she looks exactly like Una Una looks exactly like this woman. It's also that like they happen to crash on this alien planet or go to this alien planet where and they run into somebody who knows her.
Yeah.
This woman who is deeply involved with the Klingons, who secretly leads the resistance.
And days after her death, so that like it's incredibly convenient. And of course it is. But like I said, I think it's stupid. If you ask me, which you are, I think it's stupid. But it's like stupid in a way that like I was willing to give it the one weird stupid conceit.
Mhm. And also, they did this thing where M'Benga was like assuring Uhura and said, Una knows how to pretend to be something she's not. And then later, like even though Una wasn't there to hear that, she was like, I know how to pretend to be something I'm not. And I'm like, why are you repeating this? This is such a stupid thing to like lean on as a crutch.
It's true of her character, but like,
yes,
we needed it once, and like from one character perspective, not two. I also really hated the line at the beginning of the episode. I do like rules and lists and rules about lists. It's like there's a way to write a scene where you show that someone likes rules and lists by a conversation about a specific rule and list, but a character announcing to her friends, I do like rules about lists. It's like, it was too far. It was too exposition. I'm not saying like that would have never happened in life, but it just felt so exposition-y, I guess.
I think that is literally a quote from my wife. That is the kind of meta thing my wife, Bethany, would say. But I see what you're saying.
That is a very Bethany, like even the rhythm of it is a very Bethany thing to say.
Yeah, it is. But like because of like the internet and because of, our pop culture, meta is just a thing right now. It's such a thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Right now. So like I totally see like that being something that a current day writer would be like, no, that's a natural thing, because I mean, and I agree. Like I see people all the time online, in my real life, just everywhere, being very like just stating things about themselves like that. So like it does feel natural, but from a storytelling perspective, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it just like, hey, if you haven't seen this show before, like here's who this character is, and it's I don't know. There's just a way to write that scene, I think, that would be more illustrative, and it could be like a fun scene. You know what I mean? Like it could be it's just a chance for creativity, and the show often just like takes the shortcut of just having someone say something out loud that isn't necessary in that moment. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Speaking of convenience, the whole detonator activates when it crosses any Klingon checkpoint is dumb. Like it's written dumbly.
Yeah.
It was just so they could do the thing where she slips it in the guy's pocket and has him walk through, which was cool. I like that little conceit, but there's a lot of ways you could have done that. There's a lot of like, let's say, it has to get into the offices of the Klingons, which is where he went at the end, it has to get into their tower to be effective, to reach where it needs to reach. So we have to get it inside the force field or whatever, right? Like you write that and then it's like, okay, but any Klingon checkpoint and you're just like, I knew he'd go to the Klingons. Like it just felt, like you could have written it a little better. Again, it's just like kind of lazy. Like we want this cool noir style, like heist feeling at the end. So we're going to do that, but we're not going to think about the reality of the situation and what would make that work. I don't know. Just laziness in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that. Like I thought that was all pretty thin.
Another line that I thought was thin is, your willingness to use fear as a means of control is inspired.
Mm-hmm.
A Klingon said that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's new. Like Una's the first person to use fear as a means of control, and not like every culture ever, and specifically the Klingons using violence and fear as like who's on top. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, he's just saying something to try to get in her pants, man.
No, he's not. He's saying why he wants to get in her pants, and he calls it inspired. Maybe. He's like, you're hot because you're tough and you're brutal.
Yeah,
but like, it'd be one thing if it was like the line is just stupid. He says your willingness to use it. So it's not like the way you use fear is inspired. Mm-hmm. The way your brutality manifests is inspired. It's your willingness to use fear as a means of control. That line is stupid as fuck. I'm sorry. I
don't think it's that stupid.
I think it's stupid.
Silly.
It just every despot ever uses fear as a means of control. It is not inspired. It is like the thing humans do before we build society. Like it is just the thing that fear is for. Like I don't know. Like I found it very like a really dumb line from a Klingon.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here going like looking at this Klingon occupation, and I'm like, oh no, there's like surveillance, there's checkpoints, collaborators, loyalty tests, fucking arbitrary arrest, restricted movements, fucking physical violence. Did I grow up in a Klingon house?
Yeah. No good.
I would have liked to have seen more of what this meant to Una and heard less of what it meant for Una from M'Benga. Or maybe I would have rather seen this be an M'Benga episode, but since he had such a rich history with the Klingons, and give Una a different episode entirely. Yeah. Maybe give her an episode in place of one of these, fucknut episodes that they've been doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, one of the things we were talking about the characters that these guys manifest as, and like in noir fiction, the femme fatale, which I think she was playing, is normally someone outside of yourself. Like it's outside of the protagonist. The protagonist is normally like the war veteran who's now living a different life and doesn't want to go back to violence and stuff like that. Like that's the protagonist of a noir story, and then the femme fatale steps in, right? Like that's the more traditional. And flipping it on its head, great, do that. But I do imagine you're saying this should have been from M'Benga's perspective. I really could see that from like what if instead of Una and him kind of in cahoots the whole time, what if her being a collaborator pulls them apart? And then she's coming to see him in ways where he like actually starts to mistrust Una because he's like, Una, you can't get involved, and she's like she's going to do something. She's going to do something to the Klingons to save the people. And he's like, I've been there, but if you do this, you're risking this, you know what I mean? Like you're risking the Federation's involvement in another war. Like you're getting involved in these like if she was actually like starting to be in opposition to him because they were somehow separated and was that like sort of exterior character to the protagonist, that could have been really interesting.
Yeah. We continue to come up with better ideas for this show.
It's just the thing that makes me annoyed. And like when you're making 22 episodes, I give you a lot more leeway. But in the days of 10 episodes a year, or every 2 years, or every 3 years, or whatever, you need to write every line. Like, you need to think about every line you're writing and not just put something down on the page because it's going to get enough views because it's part of a franchise, It just really pisses me off when I see these kinds of things where it's like no one's interrogating certain lines or certain plot points or certain whatever that, like, make no sense or have no reason. Breaking Bad is a show that, like, Vince Gilligan often talks about his writing process where he writes where the characters will go and then decides, well, they're here. what would they do here? You know, like what would this character do next? Like, what would they do? Not what would I, Vince Gilligan, want them to do, but what would they do? And it's like, it feels so often like the show is just like, here's the end point of the episode. This is where we want to get. Here's where we go. And like the lines just all kind of service whatever we want it to happen. Yeah. It feels written in a way that, like, I don't mean when I say it, every line needs to be written. I mean, like, every line needs to be fully thought through and like purposeful. Mm-hmm. And this feels like that every character is servicing a larger plot, and they don't feel like real characters in that. And when that happens, you know.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of Lon's B plot?
It was stupid. Like, it was fine.
I felt like it was fucking pointless. And I hate the lesson. The whole lesson was the moral decisions aren't always black and white. And I'm like, okay, yeah, all right. That's like, so you're pulling a fucking arrow where like all the storylines have to like lead up to, like, had to converge together and be some vague bullshit. I don't know.
Irony notwithstanding, few things in life are black and white, which I don't even know that they were doing that. I see what you mean, that her decision was also in the moral gray, but that's just, to me, that's why I like this episode. And I know I don't sound like I like this episode because there are certain lines, certain lines that piss me off, but I'm just pointing out the lines that piss me off that I had to like write down because they pissed me off so much. But like, I like this episode. Me to
coax the negativity out of you, boy.
That's what you do, man. That's what you do. Yeah. I need old Scratch around more often.
Just fondle them balls till the negativity comes.
I told you not to touch yourself. Sorry, that was off cast. Dave's camera's not working today, so he's looking at me and I'm not looking at him. I told him not to touch himself.
The advantage.
You have the advantage on me.
I can roll my eyes so much.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm being over here being negative, and you're like, this episode's pretty good, and like everything I say, you're like, it's not that bad, Matt. Come on.
Well, I have been saying it's not that bad, but I keep bringing up more things that I didn't like. It's just not as bad as the last three.
Yeah, that doesn't mean. Well, I was gonna say the gray area stuff. These two episodes, both this episode, both plot lines, they had to make a decision that was not morally clear.
Isn't that what Star Trek is supposed to be, though?
Exactly. That's my point. And they have not done that in 3 episodes. Like, they have not had... And, like, when I say morality play, I don't mean everybody has to end and Mr. Belvedere has to sit on the bed and tell the story of why you did the right thing. Like, I mean, you set up a thing and have someone make a choice, and that choice is either good or bad, and it doesn't always have to be good, and, like, you know... Characters do gray things, and you have to question them, and that's the point. The conversation, the thought afterwards, and like neither of these I'm going to think about afterwards, but at least there were choices. that were a little labored over and thought about, and like you have to see La'an walk into the captain's office, and you're waiting to hear what she's going to say, because I also think she could have been honest with Pike. Mm-hmm. And Pike would have been... And, like, I actually think that probably was a better thing to do, because, like, you know you're not trusting yourself right now. Like, you've got some weird stuff going on, and you're about to do this thing to help someone cover up, like, a real data breach thing that, like, is really a security breach. This is your job. But Pike, you know him, and you know he's willing to protect his people. And so, like, I think that telling was probably the better thing to do. And I would like to see in a future episode that it gets found out that she lied for her, you know?
Yeah, I did wonder if they were bringing that up to do something with it later.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. Otherwise, like, what's it for, you know? I mean, because she didn't choose right. She chose, I think, wrong. But that's the thing. We can at least have that conversation. I don't know.
So I prepared it. We don't have to do it.
What's that?
I have episode titles and synopses for the next all the rest of the episodes.
Ooh, do we have any feedback?
Oh yeah.
So I have to, as I said before we got on, I've got to go at like in 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 or 10 minutes, I need to be watching X-Men. So let's do feedback.
Okay.
And we'll do that next week if you want.
All right. Well, next week is the puppet episode.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. Also, there's one where a temporal anomaly makes them all act like soap opera people.
Oh, no.
This is soap opera reality.
Oh, no. Guys. Guys.
And one called Once La'an a Time, where La'an enters a genuine fantasy world where the fairy tale becomes a personal test of courage and control. There might be 2 salvageable episodes. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm broken.
Let's just jump into this feedback. And why'd you have to depress me right before the feedback? Why?
Oh, because I had to. Mark McEwen says, "Hey guys, so far I think your analysis of season 4 is spot on. I really wanted to like episode 1, but it just doesn't feel like Star Trek to me. I definitely think lazy writing is a good descriptor because Captain Pike certainly should have been wrestling with the decision to allow the genocide of the bug planet before and after. More generally, this episode flies in the face of the ethos of most Trek, 100% unsympathetic. True monsters are generally not something that appears in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
At its best, we have characters like Dukat, but I would admit that there are rare exceptions, such as Armus. The roles of this franchise in our culture, at its best, is to help us move away from otherizing. It helps us empathize with what at first seems to be a threat. It helps us reconsider our initial prejudices, but this episode didn't even try. It definitely felt like an episode straight out of Doctor Who to me, and the fact that they included another painfully obvious reference to Doctor Who did not help. And the failure to consider how this relates to the Voth from Voyager really bothers me. Had the Voth already left the planet, Strange New Worlds writers don't appear to be aware of the issues they are raising. Episode 2 presents us with yet another flatly monstrous, unsympathetic being, but as you noted, we don't even get to understand its nature. It feels like an episode that I probably would have liked better if it were released in late October.
Mm-hmm.
In that event, it would have made some contextual sense to me. This is just a fun episode for Halloween. We are taking a break from the norm, but the norm for Strange New Worlds has become goofy gimmicks.
Yeah.
Episode 3 was one of the worst, what is this? What the fuck are they doing? Experiences I've had lately. There were some truly good character beats from Scott and Ortegas, which, by the way, we saw more like, oh, they're friends now. Ugh.
Oh my gosh, please let me mention that. Like, the episode 4 friendship they're having was gross. Like, they should still be nipping at each other. They still have issues. Like, but they just know each other's, like, they know and care about each other now. Like, it doesn't mean they're not going to be annoyed at each other for being engineering versus pilots. Like, them being just like too buddy, way too buddy, and being like, we had the same sandwich. Like, I hated it. I hated it so much. It's just not how friendships work. Like, you become friends with someone, it doesn't like change your dynamic completely. You just learn to appreciate who each other are. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, yeah. I don't know that I thought it was gross.
I didn't like it.
I didn't go that far with it, but I rolled my eyes for sure.
Did I say gross?
You said gross.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I felt. It's probably an overstatement of like the truth of the situation, but it is the first word that sprung forth from me.
You're like, their friendship in episode 4 was fucking gross. I hope they burn in hell. So Mark says, good character beats from Scott and Ortega's that I really enjoyed, but mostly it just felt bizarre, and I can't bring myself to believe that a tricorder would smash to pieces so easily. A planet where every visitor becomes drunk with no guardrails against doing dangerous, perhaps life-altering things they cannot remember is something fit for Futurama, not Star Trek. I don't know that I'm that gatekeepery on it, Mark. I'm okay with it somewhat in certain circumstances. Like, I love Lower Decks, and that's something Lower Decks would do, but I just feel like Lower Decks is way better written.
Yeah. I would not disagree. I think that Lower Decks is doing such a different thing that it's hard to compare them, but yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
I mean, they would totally do a resort planet where everyone was drunk all the time.
For sure, yeah.
But they would have written it well.
Yeah.
That's my only point. Mark continues, I really love this show's characters, but it is frustrating to repeatedly encounter writing that seems unacquainted with what Star Trek is supposed to be, but I guess that speaks to a deeper problem. This form of art used to be much more about actually trying to influence hearts and minds. This show used to be about that. I think back to Strange New Worlds first and second premieres, and I'm asking myself what happened. I'm starting to think that my earliest joke about this timeline splitting into a goofy verse when Mariner and Boimler visited is no longer much of a joke. Really, this show has swiftly become the lower decks of the 2200s for me, which would be fine if that's what the show was supposed to be. Gah, they just don't make Trek like they used to. Old man yells at Nebula. Yeah, Mark. That's a good point. They did drink whatever that was that apparently makes everyone see themselves as lower decks cartoons. Yeah. So maybe none of this is real. Maybe everything since has just been a fever dream. Mm-hmm. We got one from Stu Little here.
Stu!
Thank you, Mark, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
This episode has Ho Noir is the title of this email.
Has what?
I don't really get it. Ho, H-O, dash, Noir.
This episode has Ho Noir. Ho Noir. I think it's a pun. But I'm not getting there. I'm sorry, Stu. I feel bad when we don't get your jokes. Because most of the time we do, and they're great. And so I always feel like it's our fault.
Oh, it's not my fault.
I accept most of the blame. I accept the blame for Dave not getting it.
That's right. That's how that works. Stu says, hello. Shouldn't they have briefed Uhura on the light spectrum thing before she was already midway to the planet? Or maybe they did, and M'Benga was just mansplaining. Yep, I thought the same thing, Stu.
Mm-hmm. It's similar to that first thing about her, like, this is who this character is. It's just let's get a bunch of exposition out in that first scene.
But also, all Star Trek does that shit, and I hate it every time. They're like they're like having a way.
They call people the last minute. Hey, you're with us. It's like, where are we going? We'll tell you on the way.
Yeah. Stu says, at least in black and white episode, nobody is a red shirt, or everyone is. Dun, dun, dun. Quote of all the gin joints. I'm confused. Are they implying there's some sort of similarity between this situation and the film Casablanca? I don't see it. Though I'm more familiar with the, I suspect, superior remake, Barbed Wire. Mind scanner? What does that do? Damn you Klingons and your cryptic naming conventions. That piano started playing itself. Wait, is this a Westworld situation? You're an imposter. I knew there must be a reason your mouth movements weren't lining up with what you were saying. It's almost as if there was some sort of device translating a different language you were speaking in. I'd complain about Una getting involved in this situation in a blatant violation of her duties as a Starfleet officer, but since she already just skirted anti-genetic modification rules by claiming asylum, maybe she has a general immunity. You know what? I don't think the Prime Directive really applies when you're on a Klingon-occupied world.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, you've already been... it wasn't Prime Directive here, at least as far as I understood it. It was the fact that, like, they really shouldn't get involved. Well, I don't know. I guess they didn't really say why, but they were talking about how they shouldn't get involved or whatever. And I was like, yeah, but you're not really explaining why. And my interpretation was that they were... like they're over the line or whatever, the demarcation line, and they could cause a war by being there. Yeah. Just being there could cause a war, you know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, over the original series, this is like every episode, Kirk is like, I don't like your God, and I'm here to prove him false. Stu continues. This one was kind of fine. I could see what they were hoping or what they were going for, but I don't think they really had a solid grasp of how to do it at all times. We did get a Strange New World with cool visuals and production design, for instance, but we spent like 70% of our time there in this bar location. Hell, even when the force field came down, we just cut to that bar and everyone woohooing rather than see any actual uprising happening against the Klingons.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, well, on old Star Trek, we would have just seen like an outside town square
painting of the town square behind us.
Yeah, it'd be like a set of a town square and like three people like going
Exactly,
well,
yeah.
like some I mean, yeah. Speaking of which, they were there, but they didn't feel like a particularly competent threat. Hey, I told you not to kill this prisoner, but by a specific interpretation of my cultural norms, doing that was honorable. So actually, I'm glad you did that. Suspicions allayed.
I think it works better after that later scene when you realize he has like a thing for her.
Yeah.
That he's like, all right, I'll let Navette get away with that.
Everything that Core does is just geared in my head towards trying to get Navette's Vanette. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Also, Stu continues, also, we never saw the guy who was going to rat out Una actually get shot, and presumably the EMP would have taken out the Klingons' weapons. So maybe he did get to blab, and the new resistance leader is getting horribly tortured, even as they're having their post-mission chat on the shuttle.
No, man. He started yelling, Navette did this, but like, they just watched him basically like EMP their base. Like, he's dead. Like, they got knives.
Yeah, he did. The doppelganger aspect was a real reach, and the comparison to Una's previous subterfuge about her biological modifications felt stretched, and also have to question the validity of this mission's planning when they sent a crew member with no undercover experience and a guy who arguably might be pretty infamous in Klingon circles for his killing of a high-profile diplomat not too long ago. Yeah, I did wonder about that.
That never came out though, did it?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think officially it never.
Well, they know that
he came for him.
They know he killed him, but they thought it was just self-defense or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
So he's still.
We've already
trusted.
had someone come for Mbinga over it.
Yeah, he's still trusted or whatever. But the thing about I don't think they knew this planet was occupied.
Who didn't?
When they went down there, like that's when they found out the planet was occupied, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I don't remember now.
Yeah, I think they were going down to this planet for something else. I don't even remember, to be honest. Like, they were going to do something.
Uhura said, what do these people look like?
Yeah, but they didn't know it was occupied, because when they get down there, they're like, it's fully occupied. They didn't know. I don't know, because they were also scanning for that D7. I might be wrong. I really thought that they got down there and then realized it was there was a problem or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, me too.
But I won't. So, or not anytime soon. Conceivably, I might get there with Effie someday. But anyway, Stu continues. The Enterprise B plot was okay, but I don't know. The anticlimax of Chapel being the saboteur for off-screen reasons makes me think maybe we could have just made this episode all about the on-world stuff and made more out of it with the extra time.
Totally.
Even with limited episode counts, I don't think we necessarily need to make sure everyone gets some representation per episode, though I noticed the new Vulcan character, who we strictly don't need to be a recurring figure, showed up again, so I'm calling it now. She's going to turn out to be an agent of Cybok.
Ooh.
Let a man dream, guys.
Dream away.
I don't like her. She needs to be fired. Like,
why?
Because she's a total bitch to her superiors. Like, she's totally fucking rude. Like,
that's I feel like she's just being a Vulcan. Like, that's very, very, like, other Vulcans. Spock's a little different, but most Vulcans, that's like how they represent them on the shows when they're new to the crew.
Look, that's fine. She could be like standoffish, but like a superior came over and said, "I need this," and she was like, "I'm already doing this." And then, like, so her superior officer had to, like, use fucking reverse psychology to convince her to do a thing. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
She needs to be written up.
Totally agree.
This isn't like a bunch of friends hanging out in space. This is space friends. These are ranked officers.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, that's it. Stu
Thanks,
says
Stu.
later, and later to you, Stu, and thank you for your feedback and your interest and your attention to this matter and whatever else you have to say.
I definitely agree with him that this episode did not need the B plot at all. It didn't service the story at all to me, and I kind of liked the fact that because it was that black and white noir thing they were doing, like it kind of took me out of it when we jumped back to the Enterprise. It was really pretty to see the Enterprise in that cool noir black and white.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they did it for that reason, but that's about it. Like it would have been nicer if we just had a scene at the beginning where they're prepping to leave and we got to see the Enterprise in black and white, or something like that.
I am also of the idea that maybe we didn't need the A plot at all, and the entire episode maybe should have been the B plot.
Sure. Oh, I did want to say about, you were talking about the moral of the story. I don't like that the moral of the story here is like she's being overly cautious or paranoid, and then it ends up just working out that she was right. It was just kind of, that was weird, like the point, the idea of like questioning yourself and not being sure you're right about something is an interesting plot. But then just at the end to be like, yeah, Chapel was doing some weird stuff and your hunch that you had was correct, even though, as Spock says, there's no evidence to support your theory. It's like, it seemed like she was going paranoid, and I think it maybe would have been more interesting if she was just paranoid.
Yeah. All
right. Well, so you liked the episode, okay?
I thought I did, but now I'm kind of like, you know what? I really didn't care for this. So
yeah,
no, not really. It was better than the last three.
Better than the best of the season, not low bar. And so I enjoyed it because it felt at least like a Star Trek episode. But it's literally the least praise I can give a Star Trek episode to say it was a Star Trek episode. Like these others did not feel like Star Trek episodes, and that's just atrocious to have three like that in a row.
It felt like a Star Trek episode, but my least favorite kind of Star Trek episode.
Yeah. Again, we talked about, the moral choice with Pike in episode 1, and it's like in this episode she does have a moral choice, and her and M'Benga do talk about it, which is good, but it's like I don't really fully understand her moral choice. We talked about it, like we don't even know why they don't want to get involved. Is it the war? Is it the Prime Directive? Is it just fear of Una getting caught? Like which of the reasons? Why is she having a moral dilemma about getting involved? I mean, I think actually, now that I think about it, I think what they said was it was just against the captain's orders. That's all it was. That's all they ever mention anyway. Now that I think about it, they just say that like Pike's orders were to stay invisible, and then instead we're going to do this thing. So I guess that was the moral. Do I go against the captain's orders, or do I? Which seems like small stakes in a way, because the captain doesn't know what's going on down there, and Pike is going to trust you to make a call in the situation.
Yeah, I suspect we have now considered this episode more than the writers did.
I agree, and it pisses me off so much. It's like they want to do cool, kitschy, gimmicky episodes, and they don't. They're caring more about the lighting and what they're going to do. Like if I watch the behind the scenes of this episode, it's all going to be about like how they recreated that noir and aesthetic, and how cool it is, and how they use different lighting and different. I bet they used blue makeup or whatever they used to do on like the Lucy show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I bet they did some of those old techniques like they did on WandaVision or whatever, and like that's cool, but like, it's not
even it's even in the title. Chiaroscuro is an art technique that it utilizes very strong contrast between light and dark to create a sense of depth and volume and drama on a flat surface.
I do love that name, given the moral of the story is that nothing is black and white. That's cool. I like that name for the episode.
Yeah, but it's also just Zack Snyder does Star Trek for a second. Like,
sure. This is the Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to get out of here. I got to go watch X-Men 97 and podcast about that. So
I need to catch up. I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's
I've
good.
waited for so long.
This is the last episode tonight, I think, of the season. Have you watched any of X-Men 97?
The first season I did.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I really like it, and it's been great.
And of course, I watched the X-Men, the animated series, the original.
Of course. Yeah.
Several times.
Oh, I know you did. We used to watch it and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Many years ago.
Even as kids, laughing at Wolverine saying, "I go where I wanna go." Like, so lame, dude. So fucking lame, Wolvie.
I like him. All right. Yeah. We're going to get out of here. Joel on True.
Live long. And tell Cyclops I made him a convertible. Star Trek Universe is produced by Matthew Carroll and David C. Robertson. If you'd like to hear more from Matthew Carroll, check out all of his podcasts at strandedpanda.com. And go look for his music by searching Matthew Carroll wherever you get music. He did the theme for this show. Find out more about Effie Ophelders and her writing at euphemia.ophelda.rs. And if you want more of me, David C. Robertson, you can find links to my other podcast, DC On Screen, my poetry, short stories, photography, artwork, and my free all-encompassing weekly/semi-weekly newsletter at davidcrobertson.com. All links are in the show notes. If you'd like to reach out and have your voice heard, email us StarTrekUcast@gmail.com.